The key point here is that if you make the model right, then a lot of the friction in the model is going to be taken care of because you have all the right elements in place. There are 6 key components to a SaaS pricing model, and in order for it to actually be a model that you can execute and use to price something. Last point here is the price point, right? So you have a pricing metric, you have a modality, so a users, it's a license, you are going to charge per month, you're going to charge per 5 users, and you're going to have a discount with a waterfall at, X 100 users or something. Now you need to actually have the price point, and also the price point at, let's say, 1 user and 5 users and 100 and so forth. And, don't overthink this. Also, don't be scared, right? So the price point is obviously where a lot of the money is, where the rest of the model guides how they buy, how much they buy, how fast they buy, and so forth, which can mean a hell of a lot more than the price point itself. But once you're here, then the price point actually matters. And the way I usually do it is that I try to look at my market. So let's say that you do the US school districts again, and you say, well, what should a 100-person teacher school district pay? And what should New York pay at 100K, right? So maybe, I actually did a project like this for US school teachers once. So, and it was something like, well, at the small volumes, they should pay, $100 per year. And at the super large volumes, they should pay something like 15, because there were costs and there was value and there were competitors and there were all these things. And you just all in considered like, okay, so that was probably fair. So it's like 10K all in, $100 times 100 teachers. And then around $1 million at the top, like 100,000 teachers times 10, something like that. Maybe it was a little more. But if you consider it like that, what is the reasonable contract value for the market, like overall? And don't necessarily just look at the 5 customers you have in your pipeline now. Like look at the market you actually want to approach and say, okay, so these are it. Like you may not be selling to New York yet, but if you're planning to in 2-3 years time, plan it out in your pricing and say, okay, so if I get there, it's going to be $10 a piece. And then putting these prices, essentially divide by the metrics. So if you say, well, it's going to be 10K, then you divide by the 100 teachers they have. So that's $100 per teacher. And then at the other end, if it's $1 million and they have 100,000 teachers, it's going to be $10 a teacher. Don't overcomplicate this. You're going to be able to increase prices later. You're going to validate things. If people are saying yes a little bit too fast, you can increase and so forth. The key point here is that if you make the model right, then a lot of the friction in the model is going to be taken care of because you have all the right elements in place. And then that means that the signal that you get, the pushback, the friction, the speed of the sale is actually going to be much more on the price point itself. So with a good model, the price point is a lot easier to optimize and increase. So, which is why it's so important. Hey there, so I create these videos for free so that you can take your great SaaS product and turn it into a great SaaS business. So if you like the video and you got value from it, you should of course subscribe to the channel and also tell a friend. So write someone and say, hey, you're in SaaS, this guy talks about SaaS, maybe there's something in there for you.